About all the positives, you guys being offensive guys, what does he and the offense, though, need to do to take it to the next level, Dave?
Well, I think the biggest thing for Freeman and the reason he was successful was made good decisions in his second year. There's a lot of quarterbacks out there that can throw a lot of touchdown passes, but they have a tendency to force them. His ability to take a throwaway, take a sack, pull it down and run, and not take chances and just heave that ball in a pressure situation really made him special. Now, is he, with more confidence and another year with those receivers, going to be more willing to take chances, which might lead him to more interceptions? And that's really the area where I would be concerned if I was Greg Olsen, saying, hey, don't press it, be patient. You know, we're a good enough offense to get first downs, but just don't force anything.
The linebacker play on the defense. Be a little bit more specific about this Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. There's a lot of question marks.
Well, this defense was originally built on that Tampa 2. And what that means is when the play ends, it's really not cover 2, it's cover 3. So that middle linebacker who's been Barrett Ruud and really the quarterback of the defense, he would have to stop the run up the middle, but in a passing situation, he has to run with sometimes the fastest receiver down the middle of the field. He caught a lot of flack for not being as physical at the point of attack, but rarely did you see him get beat up the middle on third down. And now you have 3 young guys competing for that spot, and that's going to be an area we need to watch in preseason. If you see a receiver streak up the middle of the field and catch a 50-yarder for a touchdown, it could be because that linebacker's not where he's supposed to be. And on top of the fact that you have 4 young defensive linemen, if that quarterback can buy extra time because of the inexperience of those guys, you already have a thin defensive backfield that's very young. It's going to put excess pressure on them as well. So there's a lot of areas to watch, and it's going to be interesting to see how they develop.
And from high above the forum floor, we say good evening, everyone. I'm JB Long. Privileged to be joined once again by longtime Buccaneers tight end Dave Moore and a former assistant coach with the Tampa Bay Storm, Doug Kaye. And gentlemen, both of these franchises looking to build off Week 6 victories. And Dave, specifically here in Tampa Bay, the Storm feel like they finally have a chance to compete with Grant Gregory coming on under center.
Well, Gregory did a great job last week. He threw 6 touchdown passes, and the biggest difference was, talking to the coaches, was they simplified the offense. They've been around him enough to know now what he can throw well and what decisions he likes to make, and they tailored the offense to that, trimmed the plays down, and you could see it's successful.
Now, Doug, on the other side of the ball, the Storm went out and they bolstered their already talented defensive line with Tim McGill and Jermaine Smith.
Pass rush is a part of the Storm's DNA, and it has been for years. Jermaine Smith, Tim McGill, Cliff Dukes, and a young Mr. Bowie, they all probably may add up to being the best defensive line and linebacker in the league.
Well, they're going to be challenged today against Dallas because Dallas likes to run the football, and McGill certainly had a great week last week rushing the passer, but he's going to have to shed and make some tackles in the run game because Dallas does that particularly well.
And gentlemen, back at the St. Pete Times Forum here, they will get the ball to start the second half, so it seems like all for naught for Tampa Bay in what was otherwise a pretty solid first half.
They started off well, but you know, Coach early in the game made reference to the turnover ratio, and that's really what it's come down to. Storm had momentum, they moved the ball, they put points on the board. When you start turning it over, now the momentum goes back. They don't make the play off the screen. They give up the big touchdown right before the half. So now you've given the momentum back. Now they have to struggle, but you can't turn the ball over and expect to be successful in this league.
Back-to-back stops, in fact, after a forced fumble. Now a turnover on downs, and the Storm starting to sense victory.
Third stop.
You talk defining moments. Well, this is one. This is one. They need to take advantage of this. You got the momentum. You've stopped them twice in a row. Now you need to put them away. You need to come away with 7 points here, which includes the extra point, and put these guys away. Do not leave a team hanging around. We all know that guys will play till the end.
The best football teams are bullies, aren't they, Dave?
Yes, sir.
Storm need to capitalize now. 5:15 to go. As Zemnuski cuts it loose.
There it is.
End zone. Touchdown. Jackson.
And that's it. That's exactly what we're talking about. You have momentum. You just got a big play on defense. Put the dagger in it. And that's exactly what they did. Zebanuski, nice throw, dropping the ball over his outside shoulder. Good concentration by Jackson. keeping his eye on the football. It's not the easiest catch up over the outside shoulder, but well executed by the offense and exactly what they needed. A wide open Washington. Got lost in the back of the end zone. That's a lot of pressure right up that middle. Flush Morris out of the pocket to his left. You have to remember, if he's a right-handed quarterback, in order for him to throw down the middle, he's got to get his shoulders all the way around, and he just wasn't clean doing it, and that led to a poor throw.